Hello everyone, welcome back to Poetry Surprises, and today I want to revisit the sonnet, and I also want to include some of the more emotional alienation that everybody's kind of feeling at the moment with this lockdown process, being cut off from other people. So the sonnet I'm going to read to you, which is one of my own, is written about the topic of isolation and the need for human comfort. So it's a bit of a double whammy. I don't want to say killing two birds with one stone because that's far too pessimistic. But I think that it's about time we had another look at the sonnet. And what I want to look at is rhyme scheme. Now, there are two basic types of sonnet. There's the Italian and the English. The Italian is the original, and I think I mentioned before, it sort of predates Petrarch. He achieved the apogee, if you like, in the early Renaissance of the sonnet in Italian. Dante also adopted the sonnet, but it actually derives from Sicily, and that has a certain type of rhyme scheme which we will be visiting quite soon. But before that, the much, if you like, simpler rhyme scheme, simply because English doesn't rhyme as well as Italian, so you can't get too complicated, too demanding with the rhyme schemes in English. You want to keep it fairly straightforward, is the English sonnet rhyme scheme, which basically is 3 times 4 lines and a couplet at the end. And the 4 lines usually go A, B, B, A, C, D, D, C, E, F, F, E, and then G, G at the end, the whole scalloping. Now, that kind of shape can also go A, B, A, B, you know, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, G. Horse is always at the end, the rhyming couplet. I'll probably give you a visual on that, but I haven't got it set up at the moment. It's a form that suits the English language, and also the rhyme it enables you to tell a story, because poems don't have to rhyme. I mean, I have to come out with that caveat because people imagine that June and Moon and, Doom are all got to tie in somewhere in a poem. No, they don't. Poems don't have to rhyme, but, we also like showing off. We all like showing off, but, poets like showing off. And what we want to do is show off about how we can manipulate language and use it. And rhyme is one of the most brilliant ways of doing it. And it's an incredibly complicated subject. I mean, I could talk about, or I have actually spoken about it at dinner parties for hours on end and bored everybody there. So I'm not going to try not to do that today with you, but it is a fascinating subject, and I will visit it again and again and again in the coming Poetry Surprises. But guess what this poem's about, just from the rhymes. Why, search, sky, lurch, extremity, I, cosily, my, called, lent, appalled, meant, life, wife. Those are the rhymes. That's the 14 lines, and that is a B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, G rhyme scheme. 14 lines, 5 beats per line, as we've already learned about the sonnet in the past. You can guess what the poem's about just from the rhymes. And now I'm going to read it, and you'll get the infill. Background is that this was at the time when comet, I don't know if it was Halley's Comet, but there was a comet approaching the Earth, and everybody was out, looking for it and encountering cloudy skies. I among them, if you remember, a few episodes ago, I was saying I've always been interested in astronomy. So there I was, in the middle of winter with the window open, looking boldly to go where no one has ever gone before, it was a fascinating thing to see. It was really exciting because they don't come that often, and you don't get a chance. So, but at the same time, it's a cold, icy lump of metal rock floating around in space, and it's a bit frightening to encounter that deadness in the middle of nowhere, coming into your vicinity and then going out again, never to be seen again in certain cases. So this sonnet is called The Comet. The night was cold, and so my wife asked why invite the chill into our home to search for roaming rock and water in the sky, while she was sleepless, bored, left in the lurch. What is it makes us seek extremity? The house was warm, the night advanced, and I was tired. The thought of lying cosily beside her human scent in bed is my idea of bliss. But other heavens called. I peered outside the icy window, leant toward that grey celestial smudge, appalled to witness what such spaces meant. Faced with dead infinity, I needed life, and turned inside to hold my sleeping wife. And I guess the theme of that is why I wanted to choose it, because so many of us are isolated and noticing that the stress of just not being able to be close to other people, it's a stressful time for everybody in this in lockdown at the moment. So I hope you enjoyed the poem. I hope you've sort of grasped a little bit more about the sonnet and the rhyme scheme. I'm going to do more on the sonnet and rhyming at a later episode, but for now I think that's enough, and it's time to say goodbye until the next time. Bye for now.